What would you do if the horizon was not beautiful? What if it was a threat? What if the next hill could hide water, or food, or a predator, or nothing at all? You wake before sunrise. Your group is hungry. The animals have moved. The plants are gone. The camp is no longer safe. So someone points towards the distance. And now you must go. No road, no shoes, no map, no wheel, no horse, no boat, no promise that you will survive. Only your feet, only your memory, only the people walking beside you. Today, distance is almost invisible. You sit in a car. You press a pedal. You move faster than any ancient runner could dream. You fly across oceans while complaining about bad Wi-Fi. You order something from the other side of the world. It appears at your door. Movement feels normal now. But for most of human history, movement was danger. Movement was hunger. Movement was risk. Movement was survival. The easy answer is that humans conquered the world because we were smart. Wrong. Brains help, but brains cannot carry a child across a desert. The easy answer is that we were fast. Wrong again. Humans are not fast. A cheetah destroys us. A horse outruns us. Even many prey animals leave us behind in a short sprint. The easy answer is tools. Still wrong. A spear helps you hunt, but it does not move your body across a continent. The deeper answer begins lower, at the feet. Your ancestors did not conquer the world by moving quickly. They conquered it by moving relentlessly. Humans are not built to explode. Humans are built to continue. Your body is a walking machine. Your feet have arches that store energy. Your Achilles tendon works like a spring. Your hips balance the body. Your spine stacks the head over the legs. A ligament in the neck helps stabilize the head while the body moves. Your skin sweats. Your body cools itself while many animals overheat. You are not the fastest animal. You are the animal that keeps going, that changed everything. An ancient human could walk for hours, then wake up and do it again, then do it again the next day, and the next. One day of walking did not look powerful, but 1,000 days of walking could move a species across the planet. Long before engines, roads, and wheels, walking was our first transportation system. And it started before we were even us. In Tanzania, ancient footprints were preserved in volcanic ash. They were made millions of years ago by creatures walking upright. Not modern humans, not even close, but their feet pressed into the ground in a way that still feels familiar. A heel, an arch, a forward step, a body balance over two legs. That trail is haunting because it looks ordinary. Two ancient beings walking across wet ash, maybe side by side, maybe one behind the other. No vehicle, no pack animal, no road, just bodies moving through a dangerous world. That was the beginning of human travel. Not a machine, a stride. For millions of years, the stride was enough. It carried human ancestors across grasslands, through forests, around lakes, over dry plains, along coastlines, across mountains. Every step expanded the known world. But this was not wandering in the lazy sense. It was survival mapping. Where is water? Where are animals? Where are stones for tools? Where are safe sleeping places? Where are other people? Ancient humans had no written maps. So the map lived inside memory, inside stories, inside scars, inside the old person who knew where the river turned, inside the hunter who remembered where herds crossed, inside the child who learned which ridge meant danger. That was the first navigation system. A brain full of paths, a tribe full of directions. Then came one of the greatest journeys ever made. Modern humans began moving out of Africa, not as one heroic march, not as a single tribe crossing the world. It happened slowly, group by group, generation by generation. A valley further, a coastline further, a river further. 1,000 small choices became a planetary migration. They moved through the Middle East, across Asia, into Europe, toward Siberia, across land that connected Asia to the Americas, then south through 2 continents. They did not know the world was round. They did not know the names of the places ahead. They did not know that their footprints would one day become history. They just moved because staying still could kill. The false answer is that migration means random wandering. The deeper reveal is connection. Ancient humans walked for resources. They walked for mates. They walked for alliances. They walked for stone. They walked for shells. They walked because another group knew something they did not. Archaeologists have found materials far from where those materials began. Obsidian far from volcanoes, shells far inland. Amber carried across enormous distances. That means people were moving objects, or moving between groups, or trading across landscapes. It means distance did not only separate humans, distance connected them. The world before roads still had routes, not paved routes, remembered routes, routes marked by rivers, mountains, stars, animal paths, coastlines, and stories. This was networking on foot. Every meeting mattered. A stranger could bring a tool, a warning, a marriage partner, a new hunting method, a memory of land beyond the horizon. Human movement was not only travel, it was information flow. But walking had a wall, water. A human can walk over dry land. A human can climb hills. A human can cross open plains. But a deep river stops the feet. A lake stops the feet. The sea stops the feet. For a land animal, water is a boundary, and ancient humans met that boundary again and again. Every migration route had rivers. Every hunting ground had crossings. Every coastline offered both food and a barrier. At first, the answer was simple. Find shallow water, follow the bank, wait for the season to change, turn around if you must. But at some point, humans did something strange. They stopped treating water like a wall. They treated it like a path. The easy answer is that the first boat was invented. Maybe wrong. It may have been discovered first. A fallen log floats. A bundle of reeds floats. A branch pile caught in a river floats. Maybe someone climbed onto floating wood and did not drown. Maybe someone pushed a child across a stream on a log. Maybe someone tied reeds together after watching debris move. The first water crossing was probably ugly, unstable, terrifying. But the idea was enormous. The ground could move under you. A floating thing could carry weight. A river could be crossed. Then humans pushed the idea further. Islands give us the clue. Some islands were never connected to mainland by dry land, even when sea levels were lower. Yet ancient tools have been found there. That means someone crossed open water. Not yesterday, not after cities, very deep in human time. The craft rotted away. Wood disappears, bamboo disappears, reeds disappear, but stone tools remain. And stone tools on islands whisper one thing. Someone crossed. Then the story becomes even more impossible. Humans reached Australia tens of thousands of years ago. That required crossing open sea, not a narrow creek, not a river, open water. Water where land might not be visible. Think about the mind required for that. To leave shore, to trust a floating craft, to carry children, food, tools, fire if possible. To move toward a horizon that might offer nothing. That is not just transportation, that is psychological evolution. The first sea voyage was an act of courage against the unknown. Walking conquered land, floating conquered water. But humans still faced another problem. Wait, you can walk 20 miles. But can you walk 20 miles carrying a large animal? Can you carry a full camp? Can you move children, tools, hides, firewood, and food all at once? Your body has limits. A human can carry only so much before the journey destroys them. So ancient people cheated. First, they dragged. A hide on the ground becomes a simple transport surface. A carcass can be pulled, wood can be dragged, bones can be moved. Not easily, but better than carrying everything on the back. Dragging changed weight from a lifting problem into a friction problem. Still hard, but possible. Then came a smarter form, the travois. Two long poles joined in a V shape. A load tied between them. The narrow end pulled forward, the wide end dragged behind. Suddenly weight could be spread out. One body could move more than it could carry. It was not a wheel. It was not a cart, but it was a major step. A human body had gained an external skeleton for carrying. The deeper reveal is that transportation is not only speed. Transportation is also load. How much food can move? How many tools can move? How much shelter can move? How much future can move with a group? If you can carry more, you can survive longer. You can travel farther. You can camp in harsher places. You can follow herds deeper into unknown land. Then humans found an even greater shortcut. Animals, not hunted animals, partnered animals. The first great partner was the dog. Dogs were not just companions. They were alarms, hunters, warm bodies, and haulers. In cold lands, dogs pulled sleds across snow, across ice, across distances that would exhaust a human carrying everything alone. A team of dogs could move food, tools, children, shelter material, an entire camp. This was not just using an animal, it was merging two species into one survival system. Human memory, dog strength, human planning, dog endurance, human fire, dog senses. Together they moved through places neither could master as well alone. But dogs were small, so humans looked for bigger partners. The horse changed the size of the world. Before the horse, human speed was walking speed. A person could run briefly, but life moved at the pace of feet. After the horse, distance shrank. A place that took weeks could take days. A message could outrun a walking army. A herd could be followed faster. A raid could arrive before warning. Trade could stretch farther. Power could travel. The horse was not only transportation, it was a revolution in time. The world did not physically become smaller, but to humans, it felt smaller. That is what transport does. It changes the size of reality. Other animals joined this ancient system. Donkeys carried goods through hard, dry lands. Camels crossed deserts. Reindeer pulled sleds through frozen north. Llamas carried loads across high mountains. Wherever humans lived, they looked at animals and asked one question: can this creature help us move? That question reshaped civilizations. But one invention seems obvious to us. So obvious that we imagine it came early. The wheel? The truth is stranger. Humans crossed lands, crossed rivers, reached islands, sailed seas, dragged loads, used dogs, rode horses, and only then did the wheel become a major transport tool. The wheel was late. Why? Because wheels need more than a round shape. They need axles. They need roads. They need surfaces that do not swallow them. A wheel in deep mud is useless. A wheel in thick forest is useless. A wheel on jagged rock breaks. A sled may work better in snow. A pack animal may work better in mountains. So the wheel was not instantly universal magic. It needed a world prepared for it. Early wheels were heavy, solid wood, slow, hard to steer, easy to trap in mud. But the idea grew. A spinning disc became a cartwheel. A cart became a load mover. A wheel with an axle became a machine for distance. Then came the spoked wheel, lighter, faster, stronger. Now speed and cargo could meet. Chariots appeared. Wagons spread. Roads mattered more. Roads changed everything again. A wheel without a road is only potential. A road turns it into a system. Roads flatten land. Roads remember direction. Roads allow carts. Roads allow armies. Roads allow trade. Roads allow rulers to reach distant people. The wheel, the animal, and the road together built the ancient world. Not alone. Together. That is the pattern again. No single invention solves distance. Walking solved land slowly. Boats solved water. Dragging solved heavy loads. Animals solved speed and strength. Wheels solved rolling cargo. Roads solved repeated movement. Every breakthrough solved one ancient pain. Too far, too wet, too heavy, too slow, too unknown, too dangerous. The modern commute hides all of this. You sit in a metal box, on a paved road, guided by signs, powered by fuel, protected by glass. You move faster than an ancient messenger on horseback, and you call it boring. You fly over oceans that once demanded courage beyond imagination. You cross mountains without feeling the climb. You pass rivers on bridges without even noticing water below. You complain when delivery takes 2 days. But 2 days was once a serious journey. 2 days could mean hunger, injury, cold, predators, lost trails, hostile strangers. A child too tired to continue. Distance used to decide who lived. Now we barely feel it. That is how completely humans solved movement. But the solution began with no machine at all. It began with a body standing up, a foot pressing into ash, a group walking toward unknown land, a person stepping onto a floating log, a hunter dragging meat over mud, a dog pulling a sled, a horse crossing a plain, a wheel turning under a load, a road holding the memory of millions of feet. Every highway is the descendant of a trail. Every airport is the descendant of a shoreline gamble. Every delivery truck is the descendant of a dragged hide. Every engine is the descendant of tired legs that refuse to stop. So the next time you travel without thinking, remember this. Your ancestors did not move because travel was fun. They moved because life kept demanding it. Food moved, water moved, seasons moved, herds moved, enemies moved, hope moved. So humans moved too. And with every step they made the world smaller. You are not descended from people who stayed where it was safe. You are descended from walkers, carriers, crossers, paddlers, riders, builders of roads, People who looked at the horizon with fear in their stomach and went anyway